Let's have a grown up conversation for a minute because parts of the sister wife fandom are starting to lose the plot. I've been seeing comments, DMs, posts, people talking about threatening Janelle. And before anybody winds themselves up into internet righteousness, we need to slow all the way down because you're about to ruin your life over someone else's television show.
You're here with me where you wanna be at the algorithm. Just you and me.
Sister Wives is a television show. It is produced, it is edited, it is packaged, and it is sold to us as entertainment. You are absolutely allowed to feel frustrated. You're allowed to yell at your TV. You're allowed to disagree with what you're seeing. What you're not allowed to do is threaten or physically harm anybody because you didn't like an episode, ever. And I'm not just saying that for the benefit of the cast. I'm saying that as fans, as people who have watched the show, as people who have been audiences to these shows. Do not throw your life away over people who will continue filming confessionals while you're explaining to a judge why you didn't mean any harm with your little Twitter fingers. If you make threats, that is a crime. People get identified, people get charged, people get prosecuted. And yes, people go to jail. This is not covered under the First Amendment protections. You will be in the prison workyard turning big rocks into little rocks while TLC is shooting a bonus episode about how hard it is and how hard it's been and how they want just the extra little bit of extra tiny little bit of money that they're going to make off of your back. That trade is not worth it. Now, with that said, we also need to talk about something else that keeps coming up. I tend to discuss the Browns as characters in a long running television narrative. And over the years, every single one of them has made the same statement: you don't know me. Correct the mundo. We don't. We don't know you privately. We don't know you off camera. We don't know what happens when production leaves. But we do know what is presented on the show you willingly sign contracts to participate in. We are judging the situation shown, the words spoken, the actions taken, the contradictions aired. That is the material provided for public consumption. You sell your stories to TLC, TLC sells them to us. That's the deal. Now, if you believe something is inaccurate or missing context, there has never been a time in human history where you had more ways to clarify. There's interviews, Instagram, podcast, Patreon, books, cameos, TikTok, etc., etc., etc. If you don't correct it, the audience will naturally form opinions based on what exists. Silence leaves the edit as reality. It becomes canon. And because we don't know you personally, when new information drops, people reassess. That's normal. Let me give you an example. During the season 19 tell all, the topic of where all the family fund money went was a hot issue. Cody was vague about whether the money was taken or used inappropriately, but he did say that when he took over the finances from Janelle after she left, he discovered bills weren't being paid. Now, whether that is true or false is almost secondary to the import of an impact of what was being said. The implication, fair or unfair, is either mismanagement, wrongdoing, or both. And that puts Janelle in a very difficult position. Does she come forward and defend herself, or does she sit back and hope fans say, oh, she would never do that? She would never do that. Here's the tension. You can't have it both ways. When something negative comes out, we're supposed to say she would never because I've been watching this show since season 1, episode 1. But when something you say or do doesn't land well, we're told you don't know me. Here's the kicker. I couldn't agree more. That's exactly the problem Janelle is having right now. We only know what is presented. And in storytelling, somebody or something is always going to drift into the role of the villain. Not evil, not irredeemable, but conflict requires opposition. Without it, there is no story, and there definitely is no show. However, and this is the part I need everyone to remember, even if someone is portrayed badly, even if you think they behave terribly, even if you believe they are 100% wrong, that still does not justify harassment or threats. Critique the episode, debate the narrative, make your commentary videos. On this channel, I have several outlets for viewers to sound off, whether it's the call in show, the comment section, the chat section, or the speak pipe stream live that I do. There's plenty of episodes, and that's just on my channel. There are hundreds of Sister Wives channels out there for you to be able to sound off on in a healthy, productive way, just to be able to get it out of your system. But the moment you step into real world intimidation, you're no longer a fan. You're a defendant. And there is no episode, no cast member, no storyline worth explaining to a judge or your family why you decided to risk your freedom. Don't try to defeat a TV villain by becoming a real life one. That's my take. I'm James, and this has been my take on reality, and I'm out.
'Cause I've been living life